She runs. Got a load of that. Took about 5 minutes. Guys, if you like what you're watching and you want to continue watching what I do, please give me a like on the YouTubes and subscribe if you actually really want to see it. I would really appreciate the subscribers if I could get some. As you can see, I've got a little small block Chev sitting here. If you've looked on my Instagram or whatever, you probably would have seen it. Yeah, just a small 327 small journal with one of those flash looking chrome sumps, which will probably leak. All I've basically done to it is I basically put a set of head gaskets in it, threw a second-hand camshaft in it with new lifters, and basically going to be putting it into this car here, the new project, until I actually get some more work done on the actual COVID wagon. But yeah, basically I bought this out of Narandra off the Myers family, if anyone knows who they are. Yeah, this is it. I'd say 90% rust free. It's got a bit of rust in the rear quarter panels down below. That's probably about the worst of it really, and probably needs a passenger rear floor. So I'm not sure about the mileage, but I think it's got 72,000 miles, and the pink slip said it only driven 70 miles since it had its last pink slip, but she probably sat for, I don't know, since 2004, something like that. So yeah, this is it. I really love this thing. One of my favourite cars I've ever bought at the moment. I'm really loving the patina on it. I haven't even washed it. So look at that. Look at that patina. How sick is that? But so yeah, back to what I was doing. I'm going to be slotting this 327 in it for the short term until I finish building this thing over here. As you can see, I've got a little small block Chev sitting here. If you've looked on my Instagram or whatever, you probably would have seen it. Yeah, just a small 327 small journal with one of those flash looking chrome sumps, which will probably leak. All I've basically done to it is I basically put a set of head gaskets in it, threw a second-hand camshaft in it with new lifters, and basically going to be putting it into this car here, the new project, until I actually get some more work done on the actual COVID wagon. But yeah, basically I bought this out of Narandra off the Myers family, if anyone knows who they are. Yeah, this is it. I'd say 90% rust free. It's got a bit of rust in the rear quarter panels down below. That's probably about the worst of it really, and probably needs a passenger rear floor. So I'm not sure about the mileage, but I think it's got 72,000 miles, and the pink slip said it only driven 70 miles since it had its last pink slip, but she probably sat for, I don't know, since 2004, something like that. So yeah, this is it. I really love this thing. One of my favourite cars I've ever bought at the moment. I'm really loving the patina on it. I haven't even washed it. So look at that. Look at that patina. How sick is that? But so yeah, back to what I was doing. I'm going to be slotting this 327 in it for the short term until I finish building this thing over here. So this is the engine over here. It's a 350 Chev, board 40 over, scat crank rods. Oh, I think it's got eagle rods, scat crank, solid camshaft. Basically just a good little engine. 6-inch rods and pistons to suit those 6-inch rods. Yeah, it should be a good little engine when it's going, but the issue that I've had is when he's decked the block, the machine shop, can't really see it through the paper, but it's roughly about 20 thou above deck height. Not really happy about that, but I'm just not sure whether I could actually use Cometic head gaskets to take up the space or not. These are the heads I'm using, Kiwi Pros. I've had these sitting in the shed for shit, as long as I've had a small block Chev, to be honest. It would be like probably 15 years I've had them. But yeah, basically that's just a quick update on what I'm doing. Little small, but for now, little small block 327. I'm going to keep the patina on the HQ. I'm pretty very keen and very excited about this project. Just look at the damn thing, will ya? Sick. That's enough for now. Oh yeah folks, this is the last time this car will be running in this format. Yeah, I'm just running the petrol out of it, just sort of give the engine a little bit of a last run. Yeah, for a car that's been sitting for a long time, it runs really well. And it is cold out today, as you can tell. Nearly out of fuel. Runs so good. Good night. Good afternoon folks, it's Dan here again. I'm just about to start on the rebuild of this thing. I've got a 327 Turbo 400 and a Salisbury, and I'm basically going to be yanking the old 202 out of it. I bought this out in Narrandera off the Myers family. 90% rust free, it just needs the lower rear quarters, all that sort of shit. Yeah, have a look at this. This is how long the car had been sitting for. So if you look down there, look at all that. There's freaking mud wasps. They're freaking everywhere. Don't that look like a fucking wrinkly old ball sack? But yeah, no, yeah, there's even more down in there too. Yeah, it's a 1973 HQ, I think. I'll just double check. But yeah, 73 or 72? 72, 10th month, 72. Yeah, so I'm sure you get a few more details on it when, as we go along. I'm just gonna, not sure if I'm gonna time delay video it as well as video it. Let me know what you want me to do in future episodes. I'm probably going to try and do a mixture of both. But yeah, have a look at this bloody grill though. How cool is that? You can't tell half till it was from a farm or something like that. Pretty rad thing. This is how original this thing is. Obviously, I don't think the motor's original in the car, which I thought it was when I first got it. But things like this, heater hoses, still original. Still got a fair few of the original clamps, stuff like that. And in the last year that it was registered, I think it had only done like 70 miles or something, going by what the speedo said and going by what the pink slip said. So that's probably would have driven from maybe Narrandera Matong or something to Wagga maybe. I really don't know, but yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, let's go. Here we are, working on the HQ today. Yeah, just about to go pull the motor out. I've got to pull all the bolts out of the out of everything. Got to drain all the oil. Got to, yeah, basically do every damn bloody thing. So, all right, enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you shortly. I do have a time lapse video going in the background, which I'll edit in there somewhere as well, from start to finish, and I'll talk to you later. Rightio, I've just undone the transmission lines, which are already starting to leak. As you can just see, I've got to undo those. I've got to undo the engine mounts down here. Got to undo the exhaust. Engine mount that side. All the linkages up along there. Yeah, you know. Still hang on. Talk about making a struggle. One radiator. Thank you. Enjoying watching me struggle? Alright, the alternator is now disconnected. I struggled with getting some bolts out of the radiator support because they were just being a real bitch. But yeah, like, just I had to undo the power wires off the starter. Just the usual general run-of-the-mill garbage that you have to deal with. Yeah, I'm not sure really what you want me to video, but I'm going to video stuff anyway. This is going to be fun. Here it is. Number 2, gotta come out. Come on. Oh man, I'm getting old. Well, the what do you call it? The water pump bolts are out now. Gearbox mount bolts are out. Engine mount bolts are out. I've just got the exhaust to go, throttle cable, throttle linkage, and just general wiring. Might just time lapse just this bit until all the bits and pieces are ready to come out. I'm just trying to do this one-handed. What do you reckon? Is this going to work? I wish the kids would help me do that. Yeah. So much easier. Nope, can't do it one-handed. Rightio, I've got to undo the bolts from down in there, off the coil, just so it all works. Yeah, all that exciting. Should be good if the stuff will sit, wouldn't it? Alright. Undo this one. If it's the friggin' right bolt. Better be. All the damn bloody. Oh my god. Alright, this will be fun. Try to do this for the screen. Just gonna drain the fluid out of it because sure as shit it's gonna leak everywhere if I don't. Gonna be nice and red, I bet. Looks like a bit of water in there. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Same worse, got a Honda out there that's like only just changed the oil and it's black. Did I say I have a Honda? Yes, I do. Actually, not mine, it's the young bloke's. Good first car. 3.5 litre Honda Accord, $500, pretty damn cheap. And it goes good as everything else. Alright folks, this motor is all ready to come out. I've drained the oil out of the transmission, didn't worry about the engine. I haven't disconnected the tail shaft or anything because I'm just going to be sneaky and slip it out. And yeah, basically just got to find a couple of spots to put some bolts. She'll be out. Enjoy. Alright, first test fit of the 327. I haven't even cleaned up the engine bay yet or anything. I haven't even taken the exhaust out. None of that. Just gonna see how it all sort of snugs in there. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I was really only doing it now so I could actually put that onto that little frame over there, but you know. Well folks, after mucking around for a while, I thought it'd be easy to take a shortcut and leave the cross member in. No, it wasn't a shortcut, it just made my life harder. Got the, as you can see, you got the gearbox up with the jack. Just piss farting around with it, and I'm pretty much at the right at the very last bit. Probably have to get a pike out and line those holes up, but that's its hole as you see it right now. So hell yeah. But I am thinking about pulling it home. I am going to be pulling it back out to clean the engine bay. Maybe. Hey guys, I've given the car the name Project Leftovers because I've got a lot of car parts lying around, like shit that I've had lying around for years, and basically just trying to work on this car to make it like a budget build, right down to like extractor gaskets I've had lying around for years, like still look good, heaps of nuts and bolts, gaskets, everything. So I'm just sort of like, that's my little game plan. I'm going to sort of move forward with that and get into it. I like things like this. It's a, you know, extractor gasket. It's in new condition. It's just been sitting around a bloody long time. So I'm like, screw it. May as well use it. Extractor 1 is bolted on. Worked out alright, I think. Not too bad. So